In the previous video, we talked about issues, right? And then we learned how to create a new branch from the main branch, right? And then we made change inside that new branch whose name is fix abbrev, right? And then we made a commit in there, right? So now the owner of the repository does not know about the change that we have made. So we want to alert the owner of the repository and let them know, oh, we have made a change and we want them to merge that change that we have made into the repository. So what we are going to do is, again, I'm going to say we are sticking to main, but it's not best practice, right? So there are two ways that you can uh, uh, make, as in get to make the pull request from. So you can see that the moment I made a change in the fix abbrev branch, GitHub notified me with this yellow banner, right? That fix abbrev had recent pushes, right? You see the word push has been used here. So yeah, so it had recent pushes less than a minute ago, and then it provides a compare and pull request uh, green button. So you can either choose to click on this compare and pull request button, or if probably you didn't see this pop-up or you missed the pop-up because after a while it might not show up, you can also still go through uh, the pull request tab, right, to make the pull request. I think it's not the pull request tab on your repo. It should be the pull request tab in the original repo. I can't remember, but try any of them, right? Yeah. So, but I'm just going to click on the compare and pull requests button because that makes it easier, right? So I'll click on that. Now we can see that it's comparing the changes. Now it's comparing the changes. There's this part that says base repository if you code slash git hyphen github training. So that's the correct repository that we want to send to, right? And for now, the branch we want to send, the base branch we want to send to in that original repo is the main branch. So that is correct, right? And then you want this head repository to be your own repository. So it's correct in my own case. So make sure that it's your own username slash GitHub repo that shows here. And then you are comparing the fix abbrev from your own. Yeah. So what is on the left here is for the original repository. What is on the right here is your own fork, right? So you are comparing, you want to send from the fix abbrev that is in your own fork to the main branch that is in the original repository. That is what this means, right? So I'm just going to uh, uh, give this a better title, give this pull request a better title, fixed abbreviation, right? So I mentioned that you should take note of the issue number, right? So if you notice the pull request body, you will notice that I have made a template here. So anytime anyone pushes to this repo, the pull request body will contain this pull request makes the following changes, and then you see a bunch of checklists. Yes, so I will quickly explain that, right? So let's deal with the issue number first. So on my issue, which I have opened in a new tab here, I see that the issue number is 72. So I want to link my issue to the pull request that I am making. I will show you the reason why you need to do this in AGFE, right? But before then, I'm just going to do something right now. So I'm going to say hash 72, right? You can decide to select it if it shows up like this, or you can just say it. So if So if it is not in a list, the issue number you supply, you have to say hash 72. Like in this case, I'm dealing with issue 72. So if you type in hash 72 without making it a list, it will just show hash 72 as a link, right? It won't show a very descriptive detail. So for me, I always prefer to like format it like a list item. That way you see the name of the issue as the link. Yeah. So that makes it even more descriptive, right? So you don't need to like create another, like you don't need to write it on another line. I just wanted to show you something, but I've written a template here where you can see fixes issue hash. So just replace the issue number here with 72. So in the template you have fixes issues, symbols are used in place of words. It shows it as a link, right? And then there are checklists here that says that, oh, just to guide you while you are working on the tasks, right? That will come after these learning videos. So there's a checklist here. I have created an issue for this solution I'm submitting. Yes, I have an issue, right? I have created a new branch from the correct branch and make my changes in the created. I've My pull request is sent to the correct base branch in the original. Yeah, so set to the correct base branch. I have linked the issue I worked on to the pull request submitted by me. Yeah, I just linked the issue. Files and folder now contain changes as specified in the issue I worked on. Yep, so check that well. It does contain because I have changed my and symbol. You can see the comparison when you scroll down in the pull request. I've changed the symbol to and it looks good. Yeah. So I certify that I ran my checklist, right? So once you are sure, if probably at any point you forgot to do any of this, right, you can just go back and update that same branch. For example, in my case, if I didn't do something well, for example, and it requires me to go back and change something, I would just go back to the fix abbrev branch and make that change in there, right? Before coming back to update, before coming back to make this pull request. So once I'm sure that I have done all the necessary things, I'm just going to check all these check boxes for the checklist. Say yes, I've done all this, right? My pull request looks good. Yeah, you usually see a pattern like this in the real world, right? Where they have kind of a template and you supply things there. But this is just to help you with your tasks later on. So I'm just going to click on create pull request. So in the original repo, you see your pull requests when you click on the pull request tab, right? So just open the pull request that belongs to you. Yeah. And when you are done, just let the reviewer know that you are done, right, with your pull request. That's if all your changes are complete. You can say hi if you could. This PR is ready for review. So, and then you can just comment just to notify the person that, oh, you are done. Because if you don't do that, well, they might still feel that you're working on the issue or something. But once you notify the person, oh, I'm done, can you help review, things like that, they would help you review. So you can see the commits you made in the commits tab, right? Your conversations are in the conversations tab. The files changes, you can see them. The things you changed, you can see them in file changes tab, right? So that is how you make pull requests. So pull request is a way of telling the owner of the repo that, hey, you have made a change. They should help you to take a look at it and then merge it into their repository. So that's the summary about pull request. See you in the next video.